Gone live.
Shall we play a game?
Look at that. We're on time for a change. Ah, yes. It even works. Okay, West Coast Main Line, Preston to Carlisle by Just Trains. Just let that sink in for a little moment. West Coast Main Line, Preston to Carlisle. A lot of people have been waiting for this. We're going to show some stuff today, and I'm going to show some of the more unusual ones, and we'll see how much we play through. All right, first up, training. There is a route introduction, but not to be left out. If we whip out of here and go off to the training centre and do train modules, there is the 87. There is the new 101. There is the 47, but that's left over from Blackpool, of course. All right. The new 08 doesn't have any new training, I don't think. Okay. Pick a route. Yes, please. Anytime. Scenarios-wise, we have 5. And I've done the hardest one. Video will be going live in about 3 minutes. You could go watch that if you wanted to, but, you know, you might want to stay here. Operate a Christmas relief train from Preston to Carlisle. Take extra care as it's rather snowy. They're not kidding. Not at all. But no, it's not actually hard. If you drive the way an engineman would, you know there's a train in front of you. Don't be too close to it. Anyway, southbound liner. This is a long one. Long one. I haven't finished it. I tried, but I haven't finished it. Currick Collection, Kingmore Shunter, bit of fun. First generation stopper, Carlisle and Morcombe, taking workers home in time for dinner. And Broken Down, rescue a failed down service that is blocking the line. Always fun. It's a big fun. Actually, I was going to tell you what it was, but I won't. I'll leave that as a surprise. Timetable. I have everything turned on. So there's a whole bunch of layers that pick things up from the various different places, routes, things. They're all named relatively interestingly. It does tell you which routes the stuff comes from. And there's plenty in here, unless of course you're on Gen 8. In which case, the only thing you get is the Class 87 layer. Sorry. Okay, that's out of the way. Gen 8, bad. Okay, let's just have a quick look at who's in the chat before I start driving, because actually I'm going to start with an 08, so it'll be fine. So we're going to jump into an 08 service first. I can talk while we're in the 08. There is the special 08, and there's other 08s. I'm going to go for the Type D, and we're going to run 9T06, because I know every other man and his dog is going to run the passenger. So we're going to run that one? I think that one. Drops off PCA wagons, civil engineers, and picks up PCA wagons. That's the one I wanted to run. And August and clear? No, light clouds. Always light clouds. And I'll leave the fog off this time because I know you want to see it. And in the chat we have Maverick, who is hyped, Kuminati, Gav's Photography, Mark B, Right Away Productions, and David Drive 66, That Train Guy, Bad Guy 89, and Foggy Style. And in the other chat, we have Isle of Wight Transport, and we did have Bad Guy, but he's moved. Good-o. This is the new Class 8. And we have some wagons that look like bent sausages, but that's okay. So they've made a few changes to the 08. There's nothing really dramatic, particularly not in the way it drives, so should be fine there. Is this turned on? It is. Good. Most of the trains come turned on. That'll be... No. That'd be forwards. Wait for a moment. Yes, faster. Which way is that set? It's set in parallel. That'll be fine. This doesn't look like a very heavy train. And they shouldn't need to be touched. They should be air. Those that look like pretty modern carriages to me. So, wait for a moment indeed. And then we will go up to the Upperby Up goods. We'll wait for a moment again. And go to the Carlisle Civil Engineers siding. Uncouple. We'll wait for a moment. There's a lot of wait for a moment. And then go to the Carlisle Civil Engineers siding reversal. And Upperby Up goods and a blue circle. So just a little quick run in the 08. I should learn the correct buttons for doing that. And we are coupled up, ready to go by the looks of things. So, do I have rail driver connected? No, I don't, because, well, let's just say some of these trains don't like it. So if you're a rail driver person, you're probably not going to like the 101 very much. I did put it into reverse, so brakes off, or forward rather. We'll see if that was the right choice in a moment. Whistle. Was it a good choice or not? That's trying to go the other way, I think, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. It is trying to go the other way. Okay, we don't want to go that way. We want to go this way. And I bet you the handbrake's on too. No, it's released. It should be fine then. Let's try that again. There we go. Going the right way this time. It's our little gronky donkey. Quite a lot of scenery around the place. It does look quite nice. Frame rate might be good for people. If you are watching in the vertical feed, there is also a horizontal feed, which of course you can go either way. I'll try and show you as much as I can from the scenery as we go, and we'll check out the timetable of each locomotive as we change. It is 8 PM for me. I'll probably run till about 10:30 or so. Well, Kubidati, actually funny you mentioned that the rail driver doesn't work that well with the 87. It actually works really well with the 87. It's the 101 that gets a bit sad. The 101, if you've got a rail driver plugged in, will only go backwards. And my own merch, yes, but I don't sell it. I've thought about it. I don't know if I want to do it or not. I just had this one made. Here's our little 08 Tree Sim World Part 1. Ooh, look over there. An 87 dragging a mixed rake of coaches. Get used to the mixed rakes. Oops. I am using a combination of mouse and this today. Oh, I should also point out, if I start the thing up, and I'm just trying to wake it up on my Steam Deck as well, because I won't bother. But it works fine on the Steam Deck. Now, where are we actually going? Do I have to do anything about points? I should probably have thought about that before, shouldn't I? Okay, that looks like that must be machine controlled to me. And we have a path from there on, so all good. Just got to keep an eye on the signals. So how is everybody today? C enjoys using the Gronk. Hope things are looking up for you, C. They do look like squashed cans, Gav. Bad guy says he didn't realise he was in the vertical chat, figured he's in the horizontal one. Hello, you Burke. Oh, you can say whatever you want, you know that. Anybody that's got something considered to say is welcome. There you go, bit of Colonel Cam in Tree Sim World. There's a trade in there somewhere. Maybe we should go find it. I hear it. Oh, there it is. In Flower Sim World. Quick, get that man a shrubber. Ah! I am really bad at doing this with the controller. I promise you we won't be spending the whole night in the 08, but I had to play one 08 service. Ooh, we've got a red signal coming up too. Come on, Mr. Signalman, get on with it. Where is Contact Signalman in this thing? Where is it? There's no telling bone in this thing. Might have to use the tab method. Denied! Bugger. Now, does that mean I need to set some points somewhere? Oh no, that's where I'm going. That's fine. That's not a problem at all. I'm just going to that point. That train guy says JT is amazing. Kuminati says drive from end number 2. Well, I could always do that. Just get two of them, join them together. Maverick says just train showing the absolute goats of Train Sim World devs. Now, hello Mark Moss, how are you? Hello Leon, welcome. I'll be curious to see what you think by the end of the stream, because I want you to keep your eyes out. Now, I'm not going to point out any flaws to you. I'm going to let you find them for yourself. But there is some stuff. I am driving a very old train, Leon. You're right. I should probably think about stopping. Damn chat. When I'm driving that 87, by the way, it's going to pull to a stop way too early. The stopping points are rather late on this. We got the other end. There we go. Boop. Wait a moment. Dun 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 dun. Waiting. Ah, yes. Look. When it sits still, it makes clouds of Greta. Look at that. And they settle down all around it. That is magnificent. Pretty sure we'll be going backwards, so... Carlisle Civil Engineers sighting. Just checking that we actually are going back the other way. And we are. Let's see if we need to do any points or if anything like that. We're crossing all of these tracks. That one looks fine. I believe we are all good on the points front. Lovely. Okay, brakes off. Let's go full bore on the Gronk. Clouds of choking Greta. Better not go too hard, we'll break the poor little Gronk. It's only a Gronk 8 after all, not a Gronk 9. See you shortly, see? Look at that, spot on. Just on the 15 line. Beautiful. Look, even the 08's got suspension now, but it always kind of acted like it did. It's just bouncy. Maverick says you'll probably get TVL chopper in 31, so all of the rolling stock can layer into Blackpool and WCL. Well, all I can say to that, mate, is look at the history on your platform and work out when the sales will probably be. Just pop a tiny bit of brake on. as we're going down rather a steep hill, and this thing doesn't have anything in the way of retardation. Meant in the nicest possible way, of course. There's quite a lot of custom buildings on this route, custom assets all over the place. There's one up there. Stuff we haven't seen before. What happens if you drive a train in real life? I did on Saturday. I am a steam locomotive fireman, and on Saturday I drove one of our diesels for half the day. Good fun. Gav's Photography says, Greta Sim World. Yes, very much. My favourite world. One day she'll find out about me, and there'll be someone in the chat, about 4 feet high, very angry. I deal so well with anger. Bad Guy says that train go, you can say that about any route that's made for any game by anybody. I mean, if there's issues, it doesn't give the developer an excuse just because the route is long. I'm on Steam, so keeping a close eye on sales there. Yeah, definitely do, because, you know, we are approaching the silly season of sales. Just about at the point that we're going to drop these off. Lots of clutter around. That little van, I think, is... oops. I think we've seen that one before, actually. Are they turbos or sea cows? They're sea cows. Grass in the tracks. Always like to see grass in the tracks. And I think we might just stop that there, to be honest. Not emergency, just full service. Yes, foul the points. Perfect. Good. Excellent. That's it, exactly. That's what you want to do. Foul the points on your first go. Very good. Door. Get up. Can I... Does it have steps? No, you just fall on your face. Okay. That's fine. Boonk. I don't know why I'm using controller for all this, but I am. Because, you know, I've got a perfectly good mouse and keyboard here. I just don't have the rail driver plugged in. And I'm going to guess we're going to go the other way now, so... Yeah, just at a guess. And we will probably... I better close that just so we don't see a door there all the time. The sea cows are from West Cornwall local. They've been a little slightly hacked, though. Oh, boy. But not very far, because we do have a red. We're not going very far anyway. Do you want to see those Gretas actually happen? Or not? I think they only happen when you just go from a start. Or I'm in the wrong place for the sun. Got to run up to our little shunt signal up there. Past the one that's staring at us being all red. Now I do like that the little 08, this version of it... Oh, look, there is Gretas. We're just not in the right spot to see them. Oh, it's just there was a magic little spot just around here somewhere. There we go, you can kind of see them there, the little blue haze. So let's try it. Spews them out. Perfect. Now this signal on the right isn't for us, so don't fret about that one. Look at the way the haze takes a little while to dissipate. I like the changes to the 08. She's pretty. I like the Gronk. Oh no! Oh no! Objective failure! Never mind. We have smoke. And the perfect angle to go full bananas. Hopefully I didn't have to change any points. This could be embarrassing. But I think that alone would be a Gen 8 killer. this is the same track I was in? It is, isn't it? I should have changed the points, shouldn't I? We could just go and pick up the same carriages again, couldn't we? Alright, back we go. Back we go on the train of embarrassment. But we get to do this again. Clouds. I don't even have to imagine what that smells like, because I spent the whole day smelling it the other day. Now the question is, which siding are we actually supposed to go to? Okay, we're meant to go and get the other tank wagons. Very good. Very good. Naughty train simulator driver. Hello, Joshua Moss in the vertical chat. If you would prefer a horizontal, there is one available. Link in the description and in the chat. Leon says the overhead wires look like Adelaide. And yes, it is easy to do objective failure in the Gronk, because things happen quickly. Alrighty. Let's just do this from the map, because you know, that's a bit of a bum, because the label's there. I have to zoom out a little bit. So just so I can change the points. And that one's fine, isn't it? And that one's fine. And the one up there is also fine. Good. So only one of them had to be changed. Shall we do it again? Surely yes. Oh. Now we'll do it again. This blue haze is actually quite prototypical. And the other thing that they've done that I really like with the little Gronky is when you come off the throttle, so down to the off position, she actually starts slowing down. Unlike before, it would just roll and roll and roll. Because there's quite a bit of friction in that motion gear. Better not hit these things too hard, it would just be embarrassing, really. Let me just turn that a little so the vertical feed can see where we're going. Nice pile of coal over there on the platform, ready for the Flying Scotsman run later on. Did I say there's a Flying Scotsman run later on? I might have. Right Away Production says, I love how I'm watching this while making a vegan breakfast. That's fair enough. I think we might want to go a bit closer. It is a fast train, yes. I'm sorry I don't have any way to transfer the chats back and forth between the two streams. I've seen some people attempting to do that with APIs, and one of them lost their YouTube account for spamming. Little safety stop. Off we go again. Come on, crawl into it. You know you want to. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nice, gentle. Bonk. Perfect. Okay, good. Now, back in the cab. Let's go and couple that up. We're only doing one little thing in the Gronk. That's this little service. Because I know what people want to see. You want to see the tap-changing beast. I spent a bit of time practicing with it today so that I wouldn't embarrass myself after I came back from my internal inspection and 3-yearly oil change. Alright, wait for a moment, it says. I think we might release the brakes. We kind of know where we're going to be going. Oops. Reverse? Yes, that's right. stop at the Upperby Goods. Okay. Come on then. Slippage. Shall we go outside and watch the slippage? Oh, this is one of the flaws, by the way. Just so people say, you never point them out. I do. Hitting either of the camera keys takes you to the wrong end of the train most of the time. Now, why aren't we releasing our brakes here? Why not? Oh, are we? Yes, we are. It's just slow. There we go. We gotcha. I think it was probably still charging up the train when I tried to move before. It is really good to see the piles of crap. The other thing I like about the piles of crap, let me just go onto an external camera. Now this is something I appreciate. You notice how the piles of crap have been placed on the landscape. None of them are in it. Except for some stuff buried in the stones, but even that's not really. All these things sitting on the landscape. It's nice. There we are, at the wrong end of the train again. Can you imagine living in those houses over there? If you came home drunk one day, how would you know it was the right house? You might wake up with the wrong wife one morning. That's only going to end badly. USA subway by the ACE train to 8th Avenue. Well, not quite. This is a Gronk in the UK. Yes, it's my 3-yearly inspection. There's a history of bowel cancer in my family, so I get inspected regularly. Bagel Bomb says, I am embarrassed to admit I am unspeakably jealous you got this early. I want to play. I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, it's been good. I've encountered a couple of things that I'm not a fan of, but I'll let you point them out. I'm enjoying that lots of the rolling stock has suspension now. This is cool. Doesn't really act on the bogies, but it's happening. These things must be heavy. This poor little Gronk's really suffering. Let's get up ahead of it. Oops. Let's get up far enough so that my inept camera usage, and that is a green signal, that's good. Frame rate's decent most of the places on the route. The tap change is nowhere near as hard as people are going to expect it to be. Because let's just say it doesn't behave like the Train Sim Classic version. And I want to be really clear to people who say it's wrong because it's not like the Train Sim Classic version. The Train Sim Classic version is actually not correct according to the manual. According to the manual, as long as you're not under full power, you actually can drive into a neutral zone and you won't blow anything up. Kuminati wants to know, is there law reasons why the wagons have a bend in the middle? My bet would be is that they are emptied. Let's see if I can get in the red filler. Yes, it is. I can't quite get into the right place. There we go. See how the outlet is in the middle of the car? Let me put a mouse pointer on it for you if I can. There, see the outlet here? My bet would be is that the flour or cement or whatever you put in these, the powder type liquids or liquid type powders, however you want to look at them, just sink down towards there and come out the bottom. I think it's probably as simple as that. I reckon that's all there is to it, really. David Drive 66 says, I've been driving the 87 in TSC for practice, still getting the neutral sections wrong. It's not as regrettable in TSW. Foggy Style says, the only better smell is that it's a 2-stroke motorcycle. I used to have one of those. had a little Suzuki cafe racer thing. It was kind of cool. Holy Trucker says the graphics look amazing. For the most part, yes, they do. I've seen a few things here and there, but not much. I'll just get off the juice because I don't know how well this is going to stop. Although I think it's stopping quite well by itself. Gravity being what gravity is, we might have to put some power into it. Leon said I had fun, see all the trains go in the town or city. Right Away Production says worth the dough. This one I would uncategorically, bear in mind I got it for free, but uncategorically, yes, I would be buying this. I did find a red light-ism this morning on one service, which I'm pretty sure is caused by another service being too long and fouling a set of points. The stopping points are also fairly close. You need to get within about 10 yards of the stopping point. Which when you're going uphill like this isn't a problem at all, but when you're going downhill, as you can imagine, that's a little bit tricky sometimes. Right Away arsehole, more realistic, worth spending student loan money on. Well, I suppose that depends if you need to eat. Do you need to eat? And if you can handle the FOMO, you could of course wait for a sale. I think Blackpool came out on sale about 3 months after it was out, so, you know, if you can wait for that. Lovely little stop there. Whee! That was a little more violent than I was expecting. Wait a moment and admire the Gretas. And this time I'm going to check the path when it's finished saying wait a moment. USA in the vertical chat says, looks like the train in Bergen Avenue. Well, perhaps. We're still waiting a moment. Vertical stream can't see the wait a moment. Sorry about that. Are we actually showing the path yet? We're showing where we've come from, I think. Now we're showing where we're going to. And we are going through there. The only set of points appears to be already set. Those ones are set. Lovely. We're just going to do a quick fly down there. Those points are set. And we're going to couple onto some other cars. Now, interestingly, the stopping point is at the other end of the cars. So we'll see what happens there. Because, you know, I could push the other ones off, I suppose. Alright, let's get our brakes off. And up the Gretas. Come on, you poor little creature. You can do it. You can do it. Got to be a little bit careful. We are going downhill. Broncs don't like light speed. Kuminati says a challenge to make all the cars occupy the same physical space. Yes. Can I show you the hyper-weathered Gronk? Sure. We can spawn that in when we get into this siding. In fact, this time I probably do want to be on the other end of the train, really. So I can see where it's going. There might even be a hyper-weathered Gronk around here somewhere. It appears occasionally. There's only one of those, so you should only ever see it once. You shouldn't see it a lot. I saw a video today of a pacer in Canada, and I was thinking, pacer on Oakville. Needs to happen. That's the spirit right away. I don't think you'll be unhappy, I really don't. I think you'll be quite happy with it. If you're a rail driver person, I'd unplug it for now. I have reported the issues through Benedict. In through the fence. Lovely to see a gap in the fence where we can shunt. So many routes where there's no gaps in the fence. And again, all of the line side stuff is sitting on the ground rather than in it. The hard stands may be a little gravelly through here. Let's get ready to hook up. I think this is the last thing this one does. Yeah, it is. And then we'll be off in an 87, but as promised, we will return to free roam before we do that and spawn in the grubby one. Oh, don't tell me you're not going to make it. Come on. Really? Oh well, objective complete anyway. But as promised, we will pop in and spawn in the messy one. So we'll just do that here. Oh, not contact signaler. I want to get out of the train. That'll help. Whee! Right, now work. Spawn. 08. 08, and I think it's the type C weathered. I think that's the one. We'll spawn one of you. Ready? Is she pretty? That's just kind of disgusting, because imagine the bearings on this thing. They'd be so full of crap. Now the only thing I don't like about this weathering job, it was done by someone who's clearly doesn't really have anything to do with steam engines, because the corks would be oily and clean. All this area would be clean. The drivers would probably clean off the side rods quite regularly as well. I really don't think they'd let them get that bad. But she's still pretty, so all good. Anyway, let's go and do an 87, and you guys wanted to look at the services, so let's do that. Yes, you can put the Gronk anywhere you want, but you can, as we did, we just popped it into the cement works, which is quite an appropriate place for it anyway. Alright, to the trains, choose a route, west coast. Timetable wise, so the 08, now there's a few different ones, depending on which one you pick. So if you actually pick this one, you only get the shunting at the limestone wagons, limestone quarry. If you pick the others, and I think these are all the same set of services, so there's quite a few. It's probably what, 40? And most of them are fairly short, but there are a few that are just under an hour and some that are over an hour. So, you know, there's stuff to do. Plenty to keep you busy there. If we have a look at the 101, and there's a 2-car and a 3-car version. So there's what, 7? By the looks. I'm not sure if the 2-car gets any more. It does. Look at that. The 2-car gets tons of them on the Morcombe Branch. So the other one's doing stoppers on the main line, and then this one's doing the Morcombe Branch. And there's a few of these that actually go full length too, I think. So they run quite a long way. Paces, I think, will turn up just about anywhere, and I think it's the same. So Leeds to Morcombe, so that's a short one. Barrett or Lancaster, these are all on the branch. So similar to the 101s in the Pacer. Pacer, you need Blackpool branches. This comes with it, this comes with it, the 87 comes with it, and the 45 comes with it. Scotty, I think, gets one, which is the same tour, one going out and one coming back. And you need to own Scotty, of course. Jubilee, doesn't really matter which Jubilee, there are 2, and they are rail tours. I think they're the same ones Scotty does, actually. The 87. And there's two of these. There's the blue one, and there's a bunch of services. I know you get the numbers in the other screen, but, you know, there's tons. And most of them, hour and a half, the majority. And there's some shunting ones that are a bit quicker, but there's a ton of them right throughout the day. It's the same if you choose the other one. I think the IC one, gut feel is it turns up less on steel trains than the blue one does. Don't know why, it's just gut feel, just a feeling. The others, the Class 20 from Tees Valley has 3, and they are a rail tour. The 31, also from Tees Valley, actually comes in on quite a few workings. So there's rail tour from the quarry to Carlisle, so it's quite a bit of different working, bit of fun stuff. Ballast trains, so empty coaching stock. There's a lot of variety in here. They're mostly pretty quick, but there's a few, like that one, that's quite long. So lots to choose from there. The 37 from Tees Valley, 3, which are, they're a cement train by the looks of it. 3 parts of a cement train, which is good. 40, I think, has a few, so locomotives, empty coaching, a bit of shunting, a bit more shunting. It looks like the same stuff the 31's got. Then there's the 45, Northern Trans Pennine, same sorts of stuff. There's a bit of variety here. There's some stuff that's a bit different. There's a lot of short ones in this one, if you look at it. Carlisle to Carlisle. Move this locomotive. Yep, very good. And we have, of course, the 47-4. Now, the 47-4 does actually come with it. So it does come in the pack. So you don't need Blackpool or any of the others to get a 47, but if you've got one, they will sub in. And there's quite a lot. And there's a lot of full-length ones. There's a few here and there, shunting and the like. So lots of gameplay in here as well. Now, I have a faint suspicion most of these are similar to, or possibly the same as the 87 services, but there are some specific diesel ones that the 87 doesn't run. So we're getting into, what am I doing next? The 87, there we go. And we grab we'll do the blue one this time, we'll do the IC one next time. To try and get as much in, I'm only going to run part of each of these. 5A18, up a bit of Carlisle. So this is just to show you the TMD. We'll go back with light clouds again. We'll leave dynamic on this time, why not? What could happen? It's only a few minutes. Bad Guy says, do you want to do something fun? Spawn the Gronk on a high speed and watch it struggle. I think it's more like watching the Gronk spawn everywhere else. So this is the TMD yard. We were here shunting a moment ago around the quarry, but let's have a bit of a look. Since we've got wait a moment anyway. The Black Douglas. 47 with its blurry numbers. Getting better. Got an 8. Got another 87 sitting here. The Lord President. Another 47 over there. Bit of coaching stock hidden down here in the sidings. Some still with their lights on. That's interesting. That's what I mean when you see some things that are a little bit NQR. But look at the Gretas. Look at the Gretas. Excellent. Anyway, I think ours is probably ready and we better do something about that. So, master switch. I've had a few practice runs in this, so hopefully I won't screw it up. AWS change end lever. AWS. And button. And of course, you've got to play with the bell. There is a vigilance down there in the corridor. Let's put the corridor light switch on. And if you go forward, you go, ow, my forehead, duck. Right down the back here. If you want to turn on vigilance, I'm not going to turn it on while we're streaming, but vigilance is here, vigilance and DSD. So if it screams at you periodically. You can, if you want a bit of a challenge, you can turn off some of your traction motors. There's... Perfect, needed that. Right, there is the other cab. It's pretty much the same. The only thing I always do... Oh yeah, the quiet spot. We have the quiet spot. I always check that the change ends lever is not on. That's the diesels you can hear, by the way. That is not this locomotive making that noise. And up here somewhere, there is, behind this door, tail lamps. If you chuck them on the back of the locomotive, you can if you wish. You don't have to. Let's just turn off the... And we're in the quiet spot again. Very quiet. Alright, let's jump in the chair. Oops, we haven't quite finished yet, have we? We need headlights, marker lights, and marker lights. We need our instrument lights. We have got line power. We've got a master key on. Let's get you into forwards. Let's get our brake out of shutdown. Release and overcharge. Are we ready to go? We are ready to go. Have we got a path? Ooh, I need to set some points. Good thing I looked. Thanks for reminding me, chat. Now, during the driving of the 87... Let's just get out of here so I can actually click that. The labels do actually interfere with what you can click on, and then we're in automatic points from then on, so we'll be fine. Good. Wait, don't go backwards. Don't do that. Don't do that again. Alright. So... let's get her ready and let's get her into bonk, bonk, run up just a couple and hold that. And that should stop us running backwards. You can also whack the anti-slip button if you want, and it does apply the brakes slightly if you do that. There we go. You probably want to hear the window open. Did I guess right that you'd want to hear it? So you can just hold it in, run up. If you keep it in about the greens, so the greens I'm talking about are the meters here for the traction motors. If you keep it in the greens, you won't go wrong. And there's really nowhere around that you have to go above the greens. They climb in percentage scale until you get up, jump up into weak field. Jumping into weak field can be... a little bit problematic, because if you're in a slippery place like snow, well, expect mayhem. And the headlights are really good quality English headlights, as you can see. At least I think I put them on. Are they on? Yes, look at that. Brilliant. 3 candles. 3 candles and a donkey. Signals do reflect quite nicely in the glass. This won't really show her generous power. Grab another one. And you can go... Let's turn a light on. You can either sit in hold and go notch up, hold, notch up, hold, and I'm doing this, notch up, hold, notch up, hold. Or you can put it into run up, and it'll just tick up by itself, but you've got to keep an eye on it when you're doing that. Otherwise, you'll blow the main circuit breaker. Oops, am I supposed to stop here? And the signal's red! Ah! Emergency brakes! It'll work. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. But if you blow the main circuit breaker, there's the button here, which is pan up reset. I can show you how to blow it. It's not hard. There's one of the other flaws. When you using a controller, I hate to tell you this, but your little buttons do bad things. You're off. Can I go into backwards? I want to go into backwards. I want to go into backwards. Why can't I? You're in off, aren't you? You're in off. Hang on, let's get you out of emergency brakes. Why can't I go backwards? I didn't turn that one off by accident, did I? No? Okay, I haven't actually had this happen. This is new. This is new. Let's just get the brakes starting to charge at least. Aha! Right. There's a button I didn't know about. I've been playing this all weekend and I haven't encountered that once. It's not in my tutorial. Oh no. Thanks, Gav. Come on, back you go. Oh, hang on. You know what? Points. Points, 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 points. Bet you we need to set some points. So far we're good. Good. Fine. Fine. Oh no, we're all good. Don't worry about it. Ignore me. Everybody else does. Yes, driving in the snow in the dark with those headlights is just a little bit of a challenge, I have to admit. I hope that signal's not facing me. No, clearly it's not, because I didn't spad. It's all good. Nothing to see here. Move along. Getting used to the brakes. You will need to get used to its brakes. They are different. That's what I'll say about them. It's not wrong, they're just different. Because it does regenerative braking and mixed air braking at the same time, it takes a little bit of getting used to. It's telling me I have 200 yards to go, and clearly I've got about 1 car length. We don't want to run into them too hard. Might knock over the silverware. Holy Trucker says this train puts you off purchasing. Don't. Wait till you see it. It's fine. It's all good. You'll be fine, Holy Trucker. Now do notice my frame rate. Up in the corner there, we're down in 45, 46. Bonk. Don't I want to go and couple those? I would have thought I'd need to do that. Oh, you're not an off yet, are you? You finished going down though, so I'll put you in off. Put you in neutral. Right, let's go couple them up. I mean, it might have coupled them up, I don't know. Maybe it's done it by itself, but I wouldn't have thought so. Is it here? They look coupled. It's not those ones. Maybe it has coupled them up. That's wheels. Where's the end of this bloody coach? There it is. No, they're coupled. Maybe it has coupled them up. Alright, well, if it's going to cheat, we will too. Alrighty, independent brake off. Now, it is quite an easy locomotive to drive. Let's just get it round into notch up, notch up, notch up, notch up. There we go. Come on, bit more. Bit more. There we go. Nice. Just got to be gentle with it, Holy Trucker. You'll be fine. If you go full fang on it, not much really bad happens. Let me show you. I'm just going to go full fang. So I'm just going to hold it in run up. And all that's going to happen is it's going to go pop. There you go. It's starting to slip. The anti-slip protection's coming in. The power's coming off. You can see on the individual traction motors there that it is moderating power. It's still trying to run up and it gets kicked back down again. See, it doesn't really do anything bad. If you just hold it in, run up and go for it, you'll be fine. Oops, shouldn't go into off. Even if you go into off, it doesn't blow it. So, you'll be fine. It's not really a drama. And yes, I know I'm going too fast. It's okay. We're luxuriating in the glow of our English headlamps. They are delightful. If you want an extra light, there's one here. See? It blinds you completely. Just heading up towards this red signal. So, don't be afraid of this thing. Really don't. It's not like the TSC version, which quite bluntly was actually wrong. So this next signal is green. Vilius R. Hello. You have 10 big tasks today and only one done. I want to watch so bad. And your wife's going to get it for you in time for Christmas. What a lovely wife. It's very nice of her. Mine just puts up with my streaming all the time and buying things like a stream deck. So there's no need to be frightened of this thing at all. That's the AWS going off there because we are heading towards a red. And you want to put it into notch down and then run down. And it will automatically take the power off by itself. And we probably want to think about stopping this set. Oops. Excuse the fairly inept controller movement there. Just creep up a little bit more, maybe? Maybe? No, that's enough. It's fine. Alright, so that's probably enough of this one. Let's jump into a daytime one and have a look at that. Uberk says they probably keep extra wax candles in the headlights in a box in the cab somewhere. Probably. If you could just sit out the front and sit on the buffers and hold candles, that'd be grouse. That would double the light. Alright, let's jump into... Are we doing an 87 again? We are doing an 87. And this time we want 1A18 and we'll run it to Shap. We'll go to Shap this way and we'll run another one to Shap the other way. And I will put it on light clouds and I'll take it off dynamic weather because we want to see what the route's like. Alrighty. Was I going to change the month? No, that time should be okay. I have in my notes that I was supposed to run it in July, but I don't see why. I think this will be light, surely. Well, okay. It's not light. That's why I was going to run it in July. Shall we go back and run it in July? I think so, because you guys are going to want to see it in the light, aren't you? You're going to sit on the puffers, mate. That might have been a touch of autocorrect there. Here we go. Back to the menu. Right, to the trains. And resume last played is still kind of crap. 87 blue. And same one. 1A18. And let's go back to July this time, like I said. And light clouds, go. Hopefully this will be in the light. Want morning light. Morning light looks pretty. The midday lights, still kind of Todd 4-ish. That's better. That's what we want. Ooh, that was a bit fuzzy, wasn't it? No, it's loaded in now. It's happy. Okay, let's start getting this thing set up so we can unlock the doors. So master key. You'll notice there's no door buttons. So you just use your controller or your control the D-pad or your keys, Y and U. And forwards, we'll leave you in off while we're sitting here in the platform. Let's put the independent brake on. Let's get you back down into charge and release. Let you off about there, and you'll pick the rest up on your own. We've talked about the anti-slip brake. We've talked about that one. There is the horn wipers. So if you want wipers, there's a park position, and it doesn't actually say anything, but it's slower and faster. So you can slow it right down if you want to. Put it into park, it goes there, and then back into stop. If you go into park and let go, yeah, it does just go back into stop. All right. Doors are opening up. Should be, anyway. Blurry. 87030. And it is the Black Douglas again. We are sitting here in a little platform. We might open the windows. I have noticed it gets louder when you open one window and then louder again when you open the other one. Oh yeah, headlights. Marker lamps. Headlights. Marker. There we go. We probably don't need our instrument lights, but we'll put them on anyway, because, you know, I'm weird like that. Alright, lock doors. There's no... I heard the guard beepy behind this time. Most of the time that doesn't seem to happen. Alright, let's just pop him round into notch up. And we've got some power on. Let's get the independent brake off. Bit of horny action. Shall we watch it leave? Why not? Down a bit closer to it. Look at them. The mists of blue. Run it down a little more. So we are just going just a tad fast. First gratuitous bridge shot of the stream. Can he do it? Can he do it? Can he do it? Can he do it? Can he do it with a controller? Yes! Got there. I hate controlling trains with the thing. I really do. Still going too fast, but everybody will forgive me, won't they? Do they have random nameplates? They have nameplates that match their numbers. Florian counting the minutes until this releases. Cab Pepper, hello! Am I first, am I? I thought Tintin was going the same time as me. Hopefully I got the time right. Pretty sure I did. It's UTC. Yeah, 10 AM UTC. It's 8 PM Australian. There we go. Neutral zone. See? Did anything bad happen to me? No. All I have to do... let it go to the rundown. It's already finished running down. And now look. I can drive again. See? There's no issue. The neutral zones will not hurt you, so don't worry about them. Now, if you're running full bore, and you're running up in 100% or weak field, the neutral zone will whack you. But that's pretty unusual. Yep, 34 of them, Gav. That sounds about right. In the vertical chat, Rookwood's Gaming Place says, just want to ask, every time I joined your live I wasn't able to comment on it. It's about the fourth time and now I can. Is this normal? No, that's not normal at all. You should always be able to. I don't recall ever having blocked you, Rookwood Gaming, so should be fine. Hello, Joshua Moss. I didn't see you there. Alright, let's spank the monkey. I'm going to take it up about halfway in the yellows so it doesn't slip. Sit there for a little while. We're up to about 80% now. So if I just look down at these, you can see what I'm doing a bit better. So when it comes down from midway in the yellows, when it gets down to the greens, I'll push it up again. Because we want to do 90 mile an hour. We've climbed up to 50. Yeah, about there. Let's notch her up again a bit more. Back into the middle of the yellows. Just don't put her in the reds. In the snow, you need to keep her in the green. If you don't keep her in the green in the snow, she'll bite you. Just checking my signals. They are green, excuse me. Alright, I think we'd get away with going full bore now, so we will. So you go up to 100, and then you do it again, and you'll go pop up into weak field. And if it doesn't slip, you'll be all good, and you'll make lots and lots and lots and lots of power. As we now are. Now it did take me, just to warn people, it's quite a long train. It did take me about 4 end-to-end runs for everything to get loaded and compiled, and my frame rates were not have been all that amazing early on. So it's better now. We're in the mid-40s on this machine. I usually get around 55s to 60s and higher on my machine, so it's a busy route. There's plenty to look at. Matt says you might have been an hour early. It's 10:04 in the UK, but that's UK time, not UTC. So the UK time, you're an hour in front of UTC, aren't you? Now it's time to control my speed a little. So all you do is bring it down. Let's zoom in again. Just bring it down to run down. You see it's just doing it by itself. Now I've got an 85 coming up, so I'm going to take, and we're going uphill, so I'm going to take it down to about 40%, and I'll go back into hold. So about there. And we'll just sit in hold, and we should see our speed drifting down. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the signals. Now our speed is now drifting down to 85, which is where we want to be. And as we get to 85, I go back into run up, and I'll take it up to about 60 or so for the moment. We'll just see how that goes. Back to hold. And I think that'll probably about hold her. So we'll keep an eye on it for now. I think that'll, whoops. I think that'll probably hold her okay. Yeah, it looks like it is. I think it's just maybe losing a smidge of speed there. But 60's about right, so we could notch up another one if we wanted to. So we've come out of the slow spot for that curve. Once we're allowed to go faster again, we'll whack her straight back up into weak field. And because we're going really fast, I should, there we go, I've gone to 105, I should be able to just run it straight up into weak field and not have any problems. So I'm just going to do that. Bang, there we go, lovely. So once you've actually got some speed up and you've got plenty of momentum going up into weak field, just like that is fine. 11 AM in Uberk's land, perfect breakfast time stream. It's a nice time for a brunch. 9 PM AU, Michael Leahy? Well, I hope so, because it's 9 PM for me as well. Uberk says Gen 8s will pop their shoes, I imagine. Oh, you're on UTC again now, Mattbug. Ah, Google lied to me. Oh well. We will live. Oh, we do have, just watching my signals, the usual. I asked this on the live, didn't get an answer. We have the low-res cows. Haven't got better cows yet. Coming up on the Hundy. You don't need to worry most of the time about those yellow signals because they go green as you get closer to them. It's just the way the dispatcher works. Just keeping a bit of an eye on my speed. Putting down the controller. I hope I don't press any buttons. Gradually heading up. We are still sitting in Wakefield, which is good, so that means we've had no slipping anywhere. Good luck Colonel camming this thing, it's a bit quick. Let's go outside for a little while. Hey, C. The Black Douglas. Only one pantograph, as is prototypically correct. It does have a lot of arcing and flashing, particularly in the snow, which I like. The only thing I don't like about the arcing and flashing, and it's a little bit of a disappointment, is that the arcing and flashing still happens if you're not drawing any power. So you can see some tiny arcs there. I do encourage you to look along the edges of the route as you go, because there's some quite nice detail around the place. Nice little crane sitting back there. Just going to pop back in and check my speedo. So I think the level of detail in this route is going to give the Gen 8s a run for their money. Even with only the 87s in the timetable, I think the Gen 8s are probably going to struggle with this one. I reckon Potato PCs similarly will struggle. I'm pleased to say it's okay on the S. It's good on the X. It's tolerable on the Steam Deck. It's getting in the 20s to 30s on the Steam Deck most of the time. Hello, Drummy. So I think it'll be okay for most people, but if you've got a Gen 8 console or a Potato PC, I don't think you're going to enjoy it. I think what I would suggest you do is wait until someone else who live streams, who has a Gen 8, gets it, and see what you think. Ah, we're starting to speed up a bit too much. Let's run her down a little. So we'll just bring her back down to about 75 or so. That'll do nicely. That should hold our speed about there. 112 will do fine. If you don't like the 112, you can always put on a little bit of air brake. But if you're going to air brake, what I would suggest you suggest you do is at least start it running down before you brake. No, your 4080 will be fine, Kuminati. I'm running a 4080. So I don't think you'll have any dramas with it. Granted, I'm running a 4080 with 2 GPUs in it, but one of them's for the streaming. The game only uses one. So we're starting to go uphill again. We've lost a little bit of speed, so we can run up again. Probably not much though, just go up to about 90 odd. Just leave that sit there for the moment, just see how that goes. So what I'd suggest the way you adapt this thing and drive it is make a change and wait a little while and see what it does. Oh, we've got an 80 coming up, so let's go down to run down. You will need track monitor on this route until you learn it. Alright, we're just about all the way down now, so I'm going to put the brakes on. If you are in Wakefield and you apply the brakes, you get this massive jolt of braking. Makes quite a different noise under regenerative braking. I have to say that noise on the Steam Deck sounds like a mosquito. It's rather annoying. You can see I've only done the one brake application. We're going to get down to the speed handily. I can come off now. We are still going uphill, so coming off just as we get there's fine. Take a little while to recharge the train anyway. And I'm going to put some more brakes in now because we are coming into Penrith. So if you're braking quite hard, the substations are nicely modded, by the way. You can see one back there. Now you notice I had a bit too much power on the braking there, and we lost it. So the regenerative braking went away for a moment. But it came back pretty quickly. We'll come off now. So what I'd suggest is while you're learning it, brake early, brake often. Now let's see if I can avoid overrunning this platform. So we're coming in at about 35, which should be a pretty good speed to do this. Welcome to Penrith, folks. This will not be the first Nebworth of my stream, honest. I think we're going to stop early, actually. We shall release. Now I'll end up with a really slow speed Nebworth, you watch. Hey, Maverick. No, the buzzing you can hear is the AWS. There we go. That'll do. Doors open. Now she'll sit there blowing her fans for a while. If you wanted to stop doing that, you can put her into off. Sometimes it still does anyway. And I think it's probably it's most likely, I don't know for sure, but most likely a simulation on the temperature of the regenerative grids. So they would have gotten quite hot. Oops, did I lock early? Probably. Wait till 6:27. What? No. Unlock. Alright. I will sit about... actually, yeah, I'll sit about there, so if another train comes, I don't get hit by it. And I will try and do this blind so that you can hear her. Because I'm sure you want to. Don't know how well I'll go on this, we'll see, because I'm going to have to try and guess it. Because I won't hear the clunking. The doors will close 30 seconds before closure. Yes, they will. Yeah, I think you should be fine with that, Michael Leahy. 3080 Ti. Alright, off we go to Tintin's favourite station. So, releasing the brakes and get it into run up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And back to halt. Look how wobbly it is. We are going a tad quick now. Didn't quite get it into weak field then, but I'm just going to have to run it down because we're going a bit quick. Actually, we're not anymore. It's fine. Alright, weak field, here we come. So if I can do that, driving outside the locomotive, all I did was count to 5 and then go back into hold and then count to 5 and go into run up. Count to 5 and go back into hold. And if I can do that from outside the locomotive, anybody can drive this thing, you'll be fine. Maverick thinks driving an 09 from Peterborough to Doncaster, how long will that take? 5 hours. Gratuitous bridge shot. There are some lovely bridges on this route. Let's bounce her up into weak. I think I've already got her in Wakefield, actually. I was about to say bounce her up into weak, but already do. So we'll take it through to Oxenholme in this direction. And then we'll run one from Preston up this way. Tintin is having fun, I am sure. He will be a happy little boy. And good on him. I was actually kind of tempted, in all seriousness, to not stream today and to watch his. But I'll just watch his tomorrow morning. Alright, gonna have to run down because we have a speed change coming. You don't have to let it run all the way down before you put the brakes on. So I found it seems to be quite happy about this point, and once you get to about 40%, doesn't seem to bother her. It's a nice jolt as the regenerative brakes come on there. Feel free to watch both streams, both at once if you want to, by the way. Yeah, it is pretty easy to drive once you've figured it out. You might take a little while to figure it out, but then you'll be fine. Speaking of figuring it out, I've slowed down too much. Let's get some beans back and get her back up to 80 where we're allowed to be. Because we're going uphill. Sam's Train says, pretty sure for real you could take the rods off and some other bits and tow the 08s and 09s faster for fun. That is actually how you move a steam engine. If you need to move it faster than it's meant to go, you take the rods off. And then you chuck them up on top of the tender and hope they don't fall off. Not that I've ever seen that happen. So what are people thinking so far? I hear water. A little creek somewhere. I think we need some more beans. Let's take her up to about 80 and see what that does for a bit. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he will be bouncing up and down for a while, Gav. I mean, he's had it for a couple of days as well. We all got it on Friday. UK Friday, that is. Ooh. Well, there's one I hadn't seen before. That would be an unfortunate power pole. It's kind of... Oh. Okay. That's what's going on. Okay. We are picking some speed back up now. That's good to see. It's probably safe to put in some more. Let's step her up. Let's go up to the full beans now. Bonk into Weakfield. Oops, not notch down. Bonk. Stay in Weakfield. Thank you. Do what I want you to do, not what I tell you to do. C says, when was AWS first implemented? I've seen films about it from the 50s, so... don't know, maybe around then? Whoops. Am I being naughty? Why, yes I am. Not for long though. It'll be fine, honest. There we go, nothing to see here. Sam's Train says, safety mishaps on a railway? No, never. Doesn't happen, you're right. If no one saw it, it didn't happen. I think every engineman can tell you some stories. That's... no, it's okay, it's gone yellow. Coming into Oxenholme in 16 miles from now, so about, what, 10 minutes or so, I guess? And then we'll run one the other direction. And then I've got a special one. Actually, I might run the special one and then I'll run one in the other direction. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I think there was another system like AWS. I think you're kind of right there. Maverick says 9.8 out of 10 day one purchase. That's quite generous of you. Quite good. Kuminati says day one as well. Gav says it wants to play hide and seek. Yes. Michael A says 100% yes, we'll be getting it. 101 says wow. Holy Trucker says insane deanery tail. How come Dovetail don't use this grass? They do, they just don't use as much of it. At the same time I notice I'm starting to speed horribly, and I better do something about it. Look at that! Magic. There's a bit of shunting goes on here, and look what's over there. Whee. I told you it turns up. I should probably put some brakes on too. But there's our little 08 covered in crap. We can go and have a look. Oops. Let's quickly run off and have a look at the quarry. Take the brakes off on the train now. It's probably already run all the way down to 0 while we look at the quarry. So there's a bit of shunting and stuff to do around here. Not actually sure if there's any loading to do. I haven't tried. But maybe. Better get back to our train before it changes too many spots. She's still alive, fortunately. Waiting for us to come back. Nice little depot action over there. I think, Holy Trucker, the first version of Sherman Hill had this grass, except it was a different colour because it's Sherman Hill, and there was this much of it, and the frame rate was about 3 FPS on Gen 8. And they ripped half of it out and regrassed it. So it has penalties, this grass. It looks magnificent, but it does have its penalties. Alright, we are going down the big one now. So we just run down here in off. Or in, sorry, not in off, in run down. You could quite happily just pop it up into hold if you wanted to. But there's no penalty keeping it in notch down or run down. Notice the speed is fairly stable. Cruising along, even though we're going down a relatively steep gradient. It's not steep compared to my railway, but it's relatively steep. The railway I fire on is 3%. So quite a bit steeper than this. I'd love to show you where the Shap Summit sign is, but I haven't actually spotted it. I'm that good at geography. So my guess, being this is really steep, is that it's back there somewhere. I believe the Mark IIIs are either a new build or an adaptation. Finally need to put in some braking. And even the braking's easy. First application is enough most of the time. Florian says the first form of PZB called Indussi is from 1934. A lot of the locos are still labelled Indussi. Pole. Yeah, there is quite a bit of nice detail along the route. Little things that you spot. You'd be driving along and you go, I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool. You just spot things every now and again, and then you go back and have a look. Neutral zone, not that it'll matter to us. Since we're going downhill. Come off the brakes and let her accelerate a bit more now. I held them on a bit too long then. Reading the chat. Sam's Trains, yes, I think that would be fairly safe to presume that the summit of Shap sign is in fact at the summit of Shap. And our line light went off and is now back on again. So we've just been through a neutral zone, so we saw the warning and then the final one. Wholesome world indeed. Smell the poppies. Now I'm going to try and avoid doing a Tintin. We are stopping at Oxenholme, just saying. At least I plan to. You can see how fast you can run it up and get away with it. Because I am going straight up to 100%. I have not stopped. Straight into weak field. So really, there's really nothing to worry about with this thing. You can only do that if you're going quick, though. Better behave, though. Ooh, I didn't mean to go into off. That was naughty. Should not go into off. I will do a short, brief run with Scotty. Yes, because you have to. We don't have Galaxy hot chocolate in Australia, see? I did get told about Galaxy chocolate. A few people wanted me to buy them some, but I forgot when I was on my trip. So they never got it. Oops, I don't want to go into off. Yes, but Maverick, you have all of the different Kit Kat flavours. I will stop at Oxenholme, see. I will not do a Tintin. Now, Wednesday night, I'll run the 101. And I'll find a good service for the 101. So tonight I'm not going to show Morcombe. You're going to jinx me now, aren't you? .8 Oxenholme. Hardly working? Or working hard? Oh, you can buy Galaxy in Mount Evelyn. There you go. Thanks, Sam Strains. I might pop over there next time I'm at Puff. Mount Evelyn's not that far from Puff. It's like 30 minutes or so. I ate lunch at McDonald's so often, you Burke, that I now have pills. It's not good for your cholesterol, just saying. I haven't been in any of the signal boxes yet. It's funny, I was so excited to go into explorable signal boxes, and do you think I've been in any? No, I've been trying to learn this thing. Gratuitous bridge shot. Four miles to the town of Tintin's Doom. Got the full rock and roll going on now. And if the suspension's making you seasick, I'm sorry. Not really. You can just sort of do this. That'll fix it. You just kind of go with it. Red Robin Milk Bar on Hereford Road. Thank you. I should write that down. I actually think I know where that is. I should check and make sure you can't just order it from Amazon, I suppose. And nice try tricking me just before Oxenholme too, to go, hey, I'll just write something down. Nice try. The fields do look quite nice. The glimpses you get from time to time out the windows. happy hello to you too. Welcome to the stream. For those of you in the vertical stream, there is a link in the chat and the description if you prefer a full screen horizontal. If you like the vertical, you're absolutely welcome to stay there too. I do have 2 streams running simultaneously because I'm a glutton for punishment. You should feel what this controller's doing. Here, I can give you an idea. Oh, it stopped. Damn it. I was going to put it on the mic and make it go bleh. But no. Aiming to come into a gentle Oxenholme landing. Now, my grand plan after Oxenholme is to start a service at Preston and come back this way. Or I can continue this one. You guys can choose. I will do what the chat wants. Sam's Train says some people pay him to eat because I'm a glutton for money. That seems fair. Maverick says start at Preston with Scotsman. A Scotsman will happen this stream. Coming in hot. Coming in very hot. I just glanced at the platform, looked at my speedo and went, uh-oh. Good thing that signal's green. But nah, we're gonna be fine. Look at that. Beautiful. Didn't even go into emergency. Almost still got asphalt there. There we go. And sitting over here, we've got a little 101. Which looks just a tad blurry, going to Oxenholme at this end. I haven't actually explored this station yet. Ooh, could we go in here? You know we can. Pie and a mysterious hammer. Why is there a hammer? Okay. Is that a genuine brand? Do you know, I'm almost tempted to ring that phone number. That'd be funny. Oh, what do I see up there? There's a collectible. You have to go and eat the chocolates. Or mint snacks, whatever they are. Alright, what do you want to do, chat? We've got one start at Preston with Scotsman. But I do have a special one that I want to run before that. To smash the pastry on the pie because it's really hard. I think I might run my special one. So we'll leave this one here. Actually, I might just save this one so I can come back and finish it later. And I think you can do that anyway. Wait, go back to main menu. Go on. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. I still forget that main menu's under options. It's like, yes. Main menu under options. Certainly. Good place for it. Alright, to the trains, choose a route, West Coast, and it's an 87, and it has to be that one, and it's, where is it, 6M25, there we go, this is the one we want. It's night time, so I think we want a little bit of fog. Just maybe a little bit more, just for atmosphere. A bit of wind too. Now, this one does worry me just a little bit. Because as long as I got the service right, this is a double-headed 87 on a steel train. Did I get the right one? I did. So there's double beasts, and we've got the Black Prince and Kenilworth. Kenilworth seems to come up rather a lot. Yeah, what now? Was that you? Great noisy bastard. Anyway, let's go and set this up. Change indies. Button, 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 button. There we go. And headlights, marker, marker, instrument, master, sit, brakes all the way off, and let's put the independent on, into forwards. We are still waiting for 1 minute. What's going to change, and I haven't driven the double header yet, but what's going to change is both of these gauges should become active. Should. Who doesn't love blowing their horn? Wait for 1 minute. So I don't actually know how this is going to go, because I haven't tried the double header. I had a very nice steak and pepper chunky pie on Saturday. It's very nice. Alright, so let us grab a notch. And that should be good enough. Release the independent brakes. Do a bit of horny action. Oh, idiot. Oh. The second I glanced up and I saw the red pixels and I'm like, oh no. Yeah, I'm going to type this myself in the chat. This will go out again. I'll do it quick this time. Oh, test the fire alarm light up. It's a very sustained fire alarm. Indy on. You off. Charging up. Now I suppose we might sit down. And go back to waiting for 1 minute. Let's go for a walk then. Since we can. And go watch this train leaving. And there's always a noisy 47 around someplace. What did we get this time? Sir Winston Churchill, the Cigar Man, and Britannia. I see a poster I don't have. There we go. Line side, close your notice. Actually, I want to read that. Does it say something funny? Closed transit between Glasgow and Carlisle. She had 1 hour to journey times. Buses provided passengers wait. Lockerbie, Carstairs, Motherwell from outside Carlisle and Glasgow. No. They didn't take the opportunity for a bit of a joke. Ooh. Toilets in Train Sim World. Ooh, I don't think Matt spotted these ones. Reefer model railway gear. Oh, that's funny. Where else can you go? What are those yellow things over there? Oh, rubbish bins. Oh, he wants to go. We better go. It's no rush though, because you know that signal's red. I know it now. Oh, hang on. There you go. They're a collectible. They have to go into the box. So there's no point rushing, because look. She's still red. Now I'm not going to drive... Oops. Climb up steps. That's actually one thing to watch. Let me just go out of there. If you want to get in there, if you just walk up, sometimes it works and sometimes you get stuck and sometimes you fall down the platform. So find the climb up steps and use that. We got a green yet? Ooh. Here's another train. Look, no wonder I didn't get that signal. Look, you can't even see it. That's two services like that. I bet you it's going to go green now. Yep, it is green. Okay. Let us take a couple of notches. And let us release the independent brake. Oh yeah, windows. Are you ready for the double-headed glory? We can see the gauges moving on both. This is a heavy train, I think. So I won't run this too far because streaming at night's a bit crap. AJBO5 in the vertical chat, hello to you. You can see the reflection. Yes, nice little Easter eggs. Piss Simulator 2025, says Sam. I think we can run up a couple more notches. I'm going to be a bit more gentle with this because it's a very heavy train. And like I said, I'm not going to run very far at night because streaming at night just doesn't look very good, but I just wanted you to see the double header. I couldn't find one during the day, or I would have. Being game, getting it right up into the yellows. What could go wrong? The fact that we're speeding already. Oh, it's a neutral zone. Better notch down. There you go. Power's off. And once it runs down, I should be able to quite happily go back into run up again. There we go. No pushing buttons needed. Unless you're on full howl when you go through the neutral zone. She looks pretty nice at night time. Most of the route's out in the country though, so it looks like that. But anyway, I think that's enough of this one. I just wanted to show you starting off. Actually, no, let's get her up to speed. Let's keep going a little while and get her up to speed. And then I'll acquiesce and we'll do a Scotty out of Preston. Dark Sim World. I'm getting some slip there. You see the brakes come on? He is working hard. Hey, does anybody know why the UK carries the steel like that? So in Australia and the US, we carry it on its side. Oh yeah, she's dark. Proper dark. I was hoping for some nice arcs, but they haven't happened yet. You can kind of see the trains there. Almost got her up to line speed. Do I dare trying to go into weak field? We're over 50. Might work. Let's try. She's trying. She's slipping. She's trying. She's slipping. I think we need to be a bit faster. Every time she tries to make the jump, she slips and the brakes come on a little bit. Let's see if we can do it when we get to 60. I know we're not supposed to go over 60, but... See if we can do it. Can you do it? Yes, she's in weak field. There we go. Now you're going to hear it scream. But anyway, you get the idea. Let's go and jump in Scotty at Preston in the daytime. I think there's a Scotty service in the daytime anyway. If not, we'll do an 87 service. Dre Dreamer, hello. Back onto West Coast, timetable, Scotty, of course, because you do 6:56. So if we London Euston to Glasgow, that's the right end. So if we bring that back to about noon, that should be awake time. Light clouds, touch of fog, bit of wind, go. This should be fine. Thinking about it, what I should have done is spawn it at Oxenholme, taken it up Shat from a standing start. That would have been fun, surely. Unlock the doors. No, it's not in there. Oh, I know where it is. It's between the fireman's legs. Down there somewhere. There it is. Sorry about that, mate. Where's me button? And we have no vacuum. That's good. So we've got the right kind of brakes turned on. That's a good start. At least I think we do. Yeah, we do. Good. Don't open. Don't open. Bad news. Alright, let's bring you back into overcharge. Independent brake on. Oh, I should have put rail driver on back on for this, shouldn't I? Let's plug it in and see if it'll work. Yep, it's working. You can probably hear the controller going a bit nutty there. Yep, it's going to work good. Okay. Versa full forwards. Loading our passengers. Just hurry them up a bit. Are we actually on the board? 6:58. That's us. What do you know? We still have a red, unfortunately. Our signal has gone green. Let's just jump back into cab for a moment and knock off the independent. And back out again. Away we go. Come on, Scotty. I know she's heavy. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Thinking about it. Yeah, rods are centered. That's never good. But with 3 cylinders, it shouldn't matter. Come on, you. Come on. Come on. Are you stuck? I reckon you're stuck. Let's just jump back in the cab. We've got 80 pounds in the brake pipe. Got plenty of steam. Let's try that again. It's not even much of a grade. Come on, you could lift it. Right, let's close the cocks, get a bit more pressure in there. Let's go well. I don't suppose they vacuum brake stock. Let's go have a look. Would hope that they weren't vacuum braked, but you never know. Why do I hear hissing in here? They are vacuum braked. Or are they? Oh, that's air brake. But she's got nothing. There's no air in here. What's going on? Are they not hooked up or something? She's not going to get far with no air. So which hoses are hooked up? We've got vacuum hoses hooked up. Alright. We have vacuum hoses, we better pump vacuum. That's a bit naughty of them, really. Can't see many noobs figuring that one out. Alright. Let's open the ejectors. And we'll try this again. Chris Davies, there are 2. She'll be able to pump up, but let's put a bit of welly on. Oh, look at that. Just going. Just going, just like that. Is my reverser set to? 27. It's probably a little low. Let's get rid of the large ejector, it's noisy. Just come back up a little bit, better for acceleration. a strange noise she's making. Off we go. Oh, bloody poles. Let's get back onto the other camera. Whee. I'll sit over here. Oh, we'll go on the sunny side, actually. Sunny side look nicer. We'll take Scotty to Lancaster. And then I've got to be up at 6 tomorrow, so after we get to Lancaster, I might knock it off for tonight. I will stream more of West Coast Main Line on Wednesday night, my time. Also starting at 8 PM. It is vacuum stock. You shouldn't actually, just reading through the chat, you shouldn't actually need to run vacuum on these, because I think these coaches are air and vacuum. Oh, look who I see. You know who those two are, don't you? Yep. The Just Trains boys. How's our steam? Steam's fine. Water? Water's good. Which I think you can do a proper independent test on these. So remember, to do an independent test, it's always B, S, W, and then you do it in the other order. So you open your water up again. Now that you've Texas isolation, the glass would fill up with water. This simulation doesn't do it. And then you blow it through with the steam. And the way you remember that acronym is Big Sexy Whale. Scotty's going quite nicely. 50 mile an hour already. I'm starting on the gradient now, so we'll start to slow down a little bit probably. Probably forward to give her a little more throttle. Come on, rail driver, stay up there. You know, I've got to wonder, has Scotty had some changes done? Does anybody else think there's more bass in the beat now? The valve left side on the floor. That one. Or that one. Or that one. I think that's just a stirrup. I don't think that's a valve. That's just somewhere the driver put his foot. What do you mean this one? That's for sanding. That's the lock on the reverser, but you don't use it. I seem to be stuck. I can't get back in the chair, but that's okay, I'll drive it from here. It'll be fine. What could go wrong? Well, most of them are pretty sensible. They're either to do with putting water in or getting steam out. Come over here a bit so we can see the route. Can't go far from the edges of the route though, that's about the extent of it. Hey Jamie, how are you? I am naturally having fun. I've got Scotsman on it. What else would you do? Hey, you might know, do you think Scotsman's had changes? Listen to the beat. I kind of think she's got more bass. Hello, Jack Wild's Variety Hour in the vertical stream. Hey, don't tell the wife I work on steam trains most weekends. She's kind of noticed. Hey Jamie, here's another thing for you. Can we get some new sheep, please? Look. She's so fuzzy. Sheep. We need better sheep and better cows. We really do. How's she going for speed? 70 miles an hour. We've got a good bit of speed going. I'm just going to keep her running hard, to be honest. Let's pop over this side, because we're missing a custom asset here. There's plenty of them on this route. There's one there. Ooh, graveyard. Must have left dynamic weather turned on. It's getting foggy. Standard summer's day. I have not yet taken Scotsman up Shap yet. No. I spent the weekend learning how to get 87s up Shap. And it's not too hard once you get the hang of it, really. .72 mile an hour. One of the things I do want to do is spawn Scotsman on this side, the Preston side of Shap Summit, and just let the brakes off and let it roll and just see what happens. I want to see how far it gets. I think I may just may make a time lapse of that. How are you, Apple? I am well, thank you. You're loving the new MBTA, that's good. The big pink T. I think we need to try and get ahead of this and see it come past. This would be a nice spot. And I enjoyed that so much, I'm going to do it again. Ooh, canal boats. Get in the big drone and get out in front. Let's dive bomb the bridge and up again. I'm just being silly now, clearly. I'm glad there's no invisible walls there. There we go. Just mind our business here, next to the post. That's just too nice, that is. Ooh, we're losing a bit of speed. 71 mile an hour now. Footprints in the snow would be good when you go walking around. I like that idea. Of course, I'd be blowing people's tiny minds at the moment because, you know, there's a female driving Scotsman. Oh no! What's the world coming to? So we'll get Scotty up to Lancaster. 10 to first, you think, Jamie? I reckon we could do that. Why not? I won't do it today. It might just be a challenge for Wednesday's stream. I think the best way to try a challenge for Shap... I mean, Shap's not that steep, really. It's only 1 point whatever it is. It's almost 2%, but it's not that steep. I think, but the best challenge for Shap would be to put your locomotive at the bottom of the hill and go from a standing start on the grade. When they're doing their exam, our drivers have to start on the 1 in 30 twice. They have to successfully do it twice on their exam day. Get up in front again. Nice little glass houses I just saw over there. I think we'll pop up here into the mansions. Oops, there's a damn fence. We'll climb on the fence. There we go. How's that for well timed? Yeah, announcements would be pretty cool across all routes. Alright, the standard rail fanning shot off the bridge. And run across to the other side. And the train's disappeared. Never mind. What do you think? Is it a moving enough experience to buy it? I'm stuck, Jamie, too. Look. I'm stuck in the coal. I cannot move from here. At least I couldn't before. No, I can't. Oh, no, finally got it. Look at that. Got it. After many attempts. Yours is only 1 in 80 at NNR. There's the challenge in that. 1 in 30 is a whole lot more fun. There's actually a couple of spots on the line where it's steeper than that, but we don't talk about the little short bits. We're almost at Lanky. think it's time to run ahead and find another shot. I wish the camera would just once in its life be facing forwards, so you don't have to do that awkward turn. Shall we pause up here by the tractor poo to watch the train go past? And take off in the drone above the trees. Let's find a nice spot. We can hear it come up on us. Lancaster and Morcombe. Yes, that's right. She's done admirably well, has Scotty. Was a little surprised at the start, Jamie, because it needed vacuum. Here's me trying to pull away with the air brakes. Didn't work very well. OBS just told me it disconnected, but the stream looks alright. Ah, it's back. I should probably start thinking about slowing down for Lancaster, shouldn't I? That's fair enough. Mark 1's vacuum, Mark 2's air. Boop. Just in time. Glad you can do that from outside. Yeah, we did have some flashing lights there. They do flash sometimes, some of them. One in 19 would be fun, same as trains. That would be a lot of fun. Everybody likes a bit of a challenge. I'd better not speed up actually, because I just noticed that 15. We have a track change coming into the platform. Oh, stick an initial. Come on, you big green monster, slow down. You know you want to. Oh, finally. And after all that, braked a bit early. Well, it might help if I opened a large one. It might work a bit quicker, isn't it? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. One in 13 with no rack. I'm impressed. Pre-Nebworth, you think, Gav? I do like all the clanking. It's not a steam engine without clanking. Hey, there's someone actually in the coffee shop back there. Gotta go look at that. Such a sad sound, the AWS in Scotty. Oh, it's going to have me stop outside the platform anyway. There we go. Go get a coffee. And this is actually where I'm going to leave tonight's stream after we go look at this coffee shop, because I have to be up to go to work in about 7.5 hours. So, no, mate, latte, 2 shots, please. Come on, machine's there. Come on, make coffee. What have we got in the thing? We have Pabst potato crisps, Runner's crisps, Mr. Potato, very good. Mint cake, skill issue, or skull issue, skill issue, I think. Turkish delight, extra cream biscuits, mineral water. I get the impression those ones might be backwards, but that's okay. Sweat, excellent. The apple fray drink called Sweat, nice. With a gas bottle, excellent. Oh well, that's about where I'm going to leave the stream today. Let's pop back up and so we can watch Scotty. Come on, let's run. And I will be back on Wednesday night with some more of this route. I will do some other unusual services as I find them. I have got a tutorial out for the 87 right now, and I've also got tutorial out for the new 101, because it is just a little bit different. Not a lot, but just a little bit. So have a great time. Jump on to Tintin's stream. I am sure he is monstrously happy, and he will convey it well. I'm sure some of the others will be streaming as well. So should be good. Lots to go and look at. I know Tintin's planning on streaming for the entire day, so get into it. Oh, well, just leave then, see if I care. I did say yes, didn't I? That would be why it just nicked off. but that's okay. It's accelerating faster than I do. No, it's doing well. Anyway, that's it for tonight. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks for joining in Train Sim World. And yeah, for me, you all know I do get this for free. I don't make any bones about that. But to be absolutely honest with you, I would be very happy to part with my money for this one. I would have no qualms about it at all. There are a couple of issues here and there. There are a couple of services that get stuck at red lights occasionally. But this is probably one of the best we've had in easily a year, I think. It's probably the best one. So, yep, put it up there on the top shelf and go play it. Don't forget to play it. Very important. All right, have fun, folks. Enjoy yourselves, and I will see you all, I hope, on Wednesday night with the regular stream, which will also be this. So enjoy. See ya. Bye now.